Flight Lieutenant Andy Priest. Off the Canadian brake there, and the aircraft are now positioning for wingovers to run back in towards you with Dave on the left and James on the right. James here has to avoid Dave, that's his responsibility. So very manoeuvrable aircraft though. They are the Navy's primary and only maritime attack helicopter, and they're based at 825 Naval Air Squadron, which is up at RNS Yeovilton, which is in Somerset. The Wildcat HMA Mark II was introduced in 2013, and 825 stood up to take it to the front line. We've got a photo opportunity now with a close brake before the aircraft brake to individual wingovers and then back toward crowd center. Designed as a maritime attack aircraft, our primary role is anti-surface warfare. Both pilots working really hard now, and you can see on the front of the aircraft we have a radar underneath the chin of the aircraft and also a camera on top of the aircraft which we use to identify suspect vessels. H25 Naval Air Squadron up at Yeovilton in Somerset have just sent the first active Wildcat flight.
6 PM in the award-winning Lower Gardens. There's some street entertainment and kids circus workshops. That's from 6 PM. At 7 PM, the band of the Adjutant General Corps performing tonight in the Lower Gardens bandstand. And we have some live music from Orange Street on the Bournemouth
Air Force Aerobatic Team. The voice there of Red One calling the jets into short diamond formation. They now pull up at 400 miles an hour and 4G. They're reaching a height of 6,000 feet as they crest this loop, slowing down to 150 miles an hour. Right now. The voice of Red One, who's the team's leader, squadron leader David Montenegro, and it's his first year leading the team. He's a former Hawk flying instructor, Tornado F3 air defense pilot, and former Red Arrow wingman. He joined the team back in 2009, flying until 2011, and finishing off leading the synchro pair, before he then moved across to fly the Tucano, teaching basic fast jet training. Phoenix! The smoke goes off as they reverse this Phoenix shape, getting set up ready for the next manoeuvre. Now on the leader's right wing is the first of our 3 new pilots this year. Here's Red 2, Flight Lieutenant Mike Bowden. Let's give the pilots a big wave as the jets go upside down, everybody! That chevron shape, clearly Red One at the front in the middle, and then on the left hand side we have the odd numbered pilots, and on the even numbered pilots fly on the right hand side. Rolling now. Each of the pilots there in the whirlwind flying an aileron roll manoeuvre, essentially just a full left hand control column input which rolls the aircraft rapidly around its longest. the team, and he's the team's executive officer. He started his career as a Hawk instructor, then moved to the Tornado GR4. He then went back to fly the Hawk, this time in its new guise, the Hawk T Mark II, the Royal Air Force's newest advanced jet trainer. Now looking directly ahead for the synchro pair. They switch back to white smoke. Now looking out to your right, 45 degrees. Hear the pain in Red 6's voice. He's pushing minus 2.5 G. He's now the right way up. The other three are now the wrong way up as they fly the mirror roll. Fabulous synchro pair. Now looking straight ahead, where once again Enid are being joined by Reds 8 and 9 for the display's finale. Their white smoke is on, they're pointing directly towards the east cliff. They're in a 6-ship Vixen formation. Cameras ready as they get ready to fly the Vixen break. You've been watching the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows!
These are absolutely extraordinary aircraft. They're called Extreme Air XA-41s, and they have got the most remarkable roll rate in the business, 450 degrees a second. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. A V&E, that's basically a top speed in a dive up to Jones.
Yeah, these two pilots are absolutely incredible. Just look at how close they fly together. Paul Bonham, as George has mentioned, is leading the Red Bull Air Race. He flies under number 55, and he is one of 2 British chaps that competed in the Red Bull Air Race, the other being Nigel Lamb. He has a great team behind him, and his day job is actually flying a 747.
Oh my word, I hope he doesn't do this when you're on the way to Hong Kong, Sam.
Well, if there was anyone up the front, I would want one of these guys that know exactly what they're doing if anything were to go a bit pear-shaped. So, absolutely brilliant pair of hands.
Now, tell me, were these the same 2 aircraft that went through the hangar in Wales side by side a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, these two, as we mentioned earlier, barnstormed at 185 miles an hour, just as we... That roll rate was just absolutely amazing. He must have a bit of a head spin going on there after that.
Yeah, it's like being inside a tumble dryer at maximum spin. Now, here we go, the full rolling circle coming up, and just imagine what this is like. Absolutely extraordinary. You will not know where it is up or down at the end of this. So here is Steve now tucking in tight, and you can just see how close he gets, absolutely glued to his wing.
These two have competed in the formation aerobatic class of the FAO World Grand Prix in China, Japan, the Czech Republic, United Arab Emirates and Switzerland. They do get everywhere, and they are just amazing. They've won many medals. And it was also this competition that gave the Matadors their current name, because they found themselves competing against the flying bulls all the time, so they wanted to come up with something.
And so precise as Paul calling the shots there, very, very easy on. Steve tucks it again right under himself, just look just feet apart. These aircraft are now right, such a great manoeuvre. out of the Bournemouth display line. Oh my word, it doesn't get better than that.
Oh, they are just absolutely brilliant. I could watch them for hours. They are just amazing.
Well, that I say must be utterly exhausting though. Although they, Ben Howard.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together, give a big wave for 2015 Royal Air Force Chinook display team. Four of the team are from 27th Squadron based at RAF Odeon here in Hampshire. And we're frontline, full-time squadron. This is our weekend duty. During the week we fly normal training sorties and hold several UK and international standbys for crises developing around the world. So for the moment you around, you'll notice that this Chinook's not quite like a normal helicopter. It's got a tandem rotor design, and because of that we have to control it in a slightly different way. How we do this, we call it differential collective pitch. So the way we change the attitude of the helicopter, unlike a normal conventional tailrotor helicopter, is we alter the lift between the two rotor heads. And in the next manoeuvre, which has become known as the roller coaster, Brett will expertly demonstrate the differential collective pitch. So Brett's going back on his cycling stick between his legs. He's going to increase the lift on the forward head and decrease the lift on the aft head. Thus pointing the aircraft up at the sky like you see there. And he's doing the opposite now. He's put the stick forward, increasing the lift on the aft head, decreasing on the front head, and now the aircraft's pointing at the ground. So that's how a Chinook changes its attitude. The pilot's nice and safely strapped in the front of the aircraft. We've also got a crewman down the back. Today that's Sergeant Ben Howard. And right about now Ben's stood up in the cabin, attached to the wall via a harness, and he'll be uplifted from the front of the aircraft and he'll run all the way down the back. As you can imagine, it's fairly brutal at the back of a Chinook during this display. I know all too well, I've done it for the last 2 years. So right about now Ben is running for dear life down the back of the aircraft, trying not to fall over, and he's going to reposition down the ramp head. £1,000 of bomb. Absolutely extraordinary, or indeed a nuclear weapon. Prepare yourselves for the sight of something quite majestic. Piloted today by Captain Phil O'Dell, an ex-Royal Air Force Buccaneer and Jaguar pilot, now the Rolls-Royce Chief Test Pilot. Please welcome Vulcan. Also flew the JP, the Tornado, and the Hawk. Has flown with the BBMF and was also a supervising officer for the Red Arrows. And the third member today, Phil Davis, the Air Engineering Officer. All three of them proud to display in this final year. Welcome. And they're a taste of that fantastic howl from those massive Olympus engines. Well, if you want to get the chance of enjoying a fast taxi in 558 with Martin with us, yes, the man that led that Black Buck raid down to Port Stanley, then do go along to the Vulcan to the Sky tent or marquee. There are many members of the prizes and meals at Raymond Blanc's Manoir of Car Saison, and also an opportunity for a footplate ride on the steam loco. Let's enjoy the sight and sound of the mighty Vulcan once again.
What a truly marvellous sight that was. And as she disappears off into the west to entertain the folks on the beach at Dawlish, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to Lord Stephen Young, who is the sponsor who brought you the fly past today, and has been a partner sponsor in bringing the Vulcan to Bournemouth in previous years. And again, a massive thanks to Adrian Gunner and Merle House, as well as the local Vulcan to the Sky Team Bournemouth, for bringing the Vulcans to Bournemouth. Fingers crossed, we'll do it all over again tomorrow. Move on to the next most marvellous aircraft, the B-17 Flying Fortress. Sally B, the last remaining airworthy B-17 in Europe. Yes, from one classic to another, and we've got just a feast of memorable, marvellous aircraft with us today. This aircraft, as I say, the last remaining airworthy B-17 in Europe, and a testimony and memorial this time to the very brave and courageous. You can help keep this aircraft in the air, then do join this massive strong supporters club. Go to sallyb.org.uk and do your bit to keep this. And now here with a smoking engine, we remember the brave young men of the 8th Air Force, and we salute them as we do with so many from the Second World War. Credit to their memory, and it's heartwarming to see so many people today keeping alive that memory of what those veterans did so long ago. The slick line. Running in now, straight ahead of us.
Fly. Or a cheat, I was going to say, or a cheat fly.
Produced in greater numbers than any other British combat aircraft before or since the World War.
They'll put the price up on flights, don't they?
20,341 Spitfires were built in 22 different variants. The aircraft remained in production for 12 years. The development potential of the original design allowed the Spitfire to establish and then maintain the air superiority so vital to the defence of Britain, and to keep pace with the improvements in performance of enemy fighters throughout World War II. Spitfires fought in every operational theatre of the war and remained in Royal Air Force frontline service up to 1954. At the end of its development, the Spitfire carried an engine producing more than twice the power of the original. Its maximum takeoff weight and rate of climb at more than this aircraft was at the forefront of Britain's defence in 1940 and played a major part in achieving the victory of 1945. Sidney Cam commenced the design work for the Hurricane in 1934. Another famous name in British aviation, he went on to design the Typhoon, the Tempest, the Hunter and the Harrier. A remarkable period in British aviation. The prototype Hurricane made its maiden flight.
Who are these guys again?
Now, fascinating aircraft these are as well, because they developed out of a really interesting design team headed by Bert Rutan, coming in from the left end, and just look at how extraordinary they are.